Just a reminder of that breaking news coming to us from Paris. Algeria's Imane Khelif has won gold in the women's 66-kilogram boxing event, the welterweight division, Algeria's first ever boxing gold. Let's go live to Paris for reaction from our senior reporter, Geraint Hughes, who watched it at Roland Garros. Geraint, there'll be controversy for some about her eligibility, but no doubt about the performance or the judges tonight. A unanimous decision, no doubts?
Yeah, no doubt about the decision. Unanimous, 5-0 it goes down on the judges' scorecards. And you knew the moment that both boxers at the end of the bout were with the referee, and even before it goes red corner, blue corner, it went unanimous decision. Everybody in there knew. We talk about the controversy. Yes, we've been through that a lot over the last 10, 11 days. But the people coming out there from the court Philippe Chatrier here at Roland Garros, 99% of the people in there were supporting Imane Khelif, either with Algerian flags or some kind of white, green or red. There were very few Chinese in there. She was fighting Yang Liu this evening. There were a lot of Mexican fans in there, but they then turned their allegiance to Imane Khelif here this evening. Quite an extraordinary scene. Just to report on the fact of what has happened in there tonight is that Imane Khelif, who over the last 10, 11 days, her first bout lasted 46 seconds against the Italian Angela Carini. Then everything changed for her and for this Olympic Games as well. It has become the dominant news story away from the sport of Paris 2024. But she has continued to box. She has continued to impress the judges here, and the support for her from the man, woman, girl, boy on the street who has gone in to watch her in there have been 100% behind her. Just to give you a sense of the atmosphere, it was like being in a football World Cup final when the teams are being introduced. The roar when she came out for her ring walk, the roar when her name was announced in the ring, and then at the end, when everybody inside that boxing arena, was a tennis arena, of course, knew that Imane Khelif had won the gold medal. The noise was unbelievable. Again, the respect between the two boxers, as it has been ever since Khelif fought Angela Carini. Huge respect, touching gloves before, at the end of every round, and a huge embrace at the end of the fight as well, and that continued. And then we got what I think has become a traditional jig of delight from Imane Khelif. Once she had allowed her Chinese opponent to have her moment to thank the crowd, she left the ring. Then Imane Khelif did her what has become a traditional jig now, poses for photographs. Then she literally let, a la Formula One, when somebody wins a Grand Prix, whether it be Verstappen, Hamilton, George Russell, whoever, and they run to their engineers and they leap. She did exactly that into the arms of her coaches. She was then taken out of the ring and put on the shoulders of one of her coaches, who walked and ran her round the entire outside of the court here. She was given Algerian flags. Everyone in the court stayed, in the boxing arena, stayed to just cheer her on. The noise was absolutely ear-splitting. So that is what has happened inside the ring tonight. We know well about the controversy. We know well about the stance of the IOC. We know well about the stance of some other federations who believe there should be talks after this Olympics has gone. But we also know about the stance of the IBA from their position earlier this month, when they could not answer the questions they said they were going to answer, where they have confused the waters more than they should have done. So all we can say is that Imane Khelif is the gold medalist. She has won it by the judges' scorecard, as I say, unanimous, and she will leave at some point here, Roland Garros. Goodness, how long she will be in there tonight, but she will leave here the 2024 Olympic champion.
OK, Geraint Hughes, thank you very much. Final thought, though, Ger, just on that, in terms of the organisation of boxing as well. You mentioned the IBA. Do we need clarity not only on gender eligibility, but just everything regarding amateur boxing going forward because of its importance to the whole sport of boxing, including professional boxing?
The IBA is a disgraced organisation. It does not organise the boxing competition here at the Olympics, nor did it in Tokyo. It is banned by the IOC from doing that and is backed up by the courts. That is the law. That is fact. It's been backed up in the Court of Arbitration for Sport. They are not an international federation fit to govern and to run events such as an Olympic Games. In our interviews over the course of the last week, it's been very, very clear to us from the IOC yes, they've organised Tokyo, yes, they've organised here in Paris, but they will not do that for a third time as an independent boxing committee to organise boxing for the Los Angeles Games of 2028. The IOC President, Thomas Bach, has made it clear they want boxing there, but they are encouraging, basically, this is politics at play coming here now. They want all the federations who have already broken away from the IBA, nearly 40 before this whole controversy shot up. World boxing possibly will be the answer, but it will not be the IBA before the next Olympics who will be in control of boxing. Their efforts on Monday, instead of trying to maybe bring themselves back into the fold, has pushed them further and further away as a chaotic, shambolic organisation. So in terms of boxing, yes, they have an awful lot to do. When it comes to eligibility, the eligibility criteria for these games here in Paris, set by the IOC, date back to 2016. But those are the rules that are in place. I think there's a recognition from the IOC, and we've heard from Seb Coe, the president of World Athletics, who have had their challenges and their decisions, whether you like it or not, over the eligibility in athletics. They've made their decisions, but there's a feeling probably in the coming weeks and months after this is settled here that there needs to be a discussion going forward, but a grown-up, fair decision, not the decisions made by the IBA.
Geraint Hughes, live in Paris, thank you very much.